Hello and welcome to today's 2 p.m. checkup. My name's Marika and today is Wednesday. So I'm feeling much better today after having COVID over the last week or so and feeling pretty crappy. So the recovery's coming along really well and I feel like I'm almost back to 100%. So yeah, that's really great news, given also that I've got that job interview tomorrow that I was talking about yesterday. I've still taken it pretty easy this morning because, it's not so easy to get back into the swing of things after having, almost a week or so in bed. So, I took Sam out for a walk and the leg muscles are actually a little bit sore. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get back, the muscles. But, nicht schlecht. Today it's been a year since I had my last drink. And it's, a really big deal. So I was drinking a lot. I've always been a big drinker. And what I didn't realize was that the reason I was doing it was to control my obsessive compulsive disorder. So I would always get these thoughts in my head, circular thoughts, intrusive thoughts, and the only time that they would stop would be when I was drinking. And then I'd always drink to excess because, once I was feeling good, it's like, all right, how can I feel better? And that's by drinking more alcohol. And I really didn't realize what was happening until, so a year ago, I'd had a beer with someone and I thought it went really well. And I sent, a couple of follow-up messages to say, hey, that was really great. I'd love to do it again sometime. And I got absolute radio silence and my brain just kept going. Oh my God, she hates me. She thinks I'm the worst. I obviously it was not, we didn't have a good time. It was terrible. And it just kept going and going and going about how much this person really hated me. And then, so a few days later, I was out watching Germany in the soccer. I think Germany actually lost to England. And I was drinking and I just, as I said, normally it stops my thoughts. And so I was drinking and I had cocktails and I had beers and more cocktails. But this time, instead of stopping my thoughts, it made them much, much, much worse. And so I ended up doing something that I just would never normally do. And I went to her area and then called her and I was very, very drunk. And I should never have done that. And it's just, but the thing is, it was a real kick. It was a real kick to get me to think, what on earth am I doing? And, I'm an adult and why would I be behaving like that? And so it gave me the jolt to actually figure out what on earth I was doing and why I was doing it and to figure out the reasons behind it, because I'm not that sort of person. And I don't want to be that kind of person. So I, ended up getting my obsessive compulsive disorder diagnosis. And in hindsight, it makes absolute perfect sense. But at the time, I literally had no idea. I thought there was, I don't know, something inexplicable wrong with me. And but the fact I get so many obsessions and intrusive thoughts and circular thinking, and I have to try and control things. And when I can't control them, I absolutely just, blow them up and make them worse. And it just all makes perfect sense. So, so I've been getting treated for that for almost a year. And it's a tough battle. It's not so easy. And I haven't been drinking for a year. And I haven't done anything particularly stupid for a year. So, I guess there's a bit of a correlation there. And so I guess my goal is to not drink again until I can be sure that I can control myself and not go silly and be a dickhead. I'm not quite there yet, I don't think, but I'm well on my way. I'd also like to apologise for the billionth time once again for being an idiot. And so it's a year now, and I'm still sorry. And I will be, I guess, forever. Yeah, she's not talking to me, and I'll probably never see her again. And this is what drinking does. It doesn't help, it just makes things worse. So, and that's just a life lesson. And it's one that I've learnt more than once, but this time it's actually sticking. So, yeah. Anyway, it's been a long one today. I hope everyone else is having a really great middle of the week, and thank you all for listening.